Well, hello everyone. Hello. Now, please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Please do so before you watch this video. Like and share, all right? Because I really don't want you to miss out on the good stuff that happens over here. And it happens quite often. Check out my other videos, you'll see. I have a lot of interesting topics that I speak on that I know will pique your interest as well. So please subscribe and subscribe to all notifications so you wouldn't miss out on anything. Okay, so now the man being the protector and provider for his household, taking care of his family, this conversation seems to have taken on a life of its own. Because for some men, they're going there 50-50 and there is no compromising on that. Yet they are talking about wanting traditional women, but yet they refuse to ascribe to traditional norms and values. Anyway, now listen to these different perspectives and share your thoughts in the comment section.
Women could be as independent as they want. I don't know one woman ever that I've talked to that's been like, you want to split rent? You want to split the bills? That's not how it works. That's just not natural. That's not how it's like. Women are their best versions of themselves when they're allowed to express who they are and be who they are. When they have to step into a masculine role, protecting and providing and having to do all this shit.
Some relationships do work where they both contribute to the rent because, rent is increasing and people, they have to do what they can.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it for survival, but I do think as a man, you should be striving. Let's say tomorrow everything goes away and knock on wood, it's never gonna happen.
I'm like,
we have to.
I'm like, Jesus, please.
Baby, I need your help with rent this month. There's nothing wrong with that because shit happens. It's life. I get it. But if I'm not trying to get to a point where I could take care of it, then it's like you gotta.
Exactly. I feel like the man should always aspire to be the sole provider.
Men have succeeded in gaslighting society into believing that men will provide and protect women, when the reality is men provide for themselves and protect their own interests. Patriarchy demands that men provide for wives and families, but what it really demands underneath the gaslighting is that men provide themselves with a wife and a family. Look at what happens in divorce court when men are so happy to desert their wives and children and not support them anymore once they do not have perceived ownership of them. The same thing happens when we're talking about protection. Men feel zero obligation to protect women unless they have perceived ownership of them. But they will protect their interests and the interests of other men, especially when it comes to benefiting from the systems that they have constructed. Men provide for themselves and protect their own self-interests.
A man is supposed to be the provider. I don't know what this next generation is trying to do. Some of the men think that the women are supposed to take care of them. No, the man is supposed to be the hard worker. He's supposed to be the provider, the protector. He's supposed to be the one to really guide his family to the next level.
I'm going to say it. Men are not natural protectors, providers, or leaders. Religion and indoctrination has convinced men and women that men are these things. It has given them the responsibility of these things within our society, but is contrary to their nature. Men are all about self-preservation, and they only provide and protect what they think is theirs and what they're in possession of. When something is supposedly innate and natural to you, you do it automatically. So if men were natural protectors and providers, it is something that we would see them do within the community, within the world, not something that they simply do for that which they possess. Furthermore, how can you be a natural protector, but the biggest threat and predator in this world? Ask a man what he needs to protect you from, and he's going to say other men. Because when we look at these natural protectors, most of the domestic violence, rape, molestation, shootings, killings, raping of nature's resources, dominating other people and countries, most of the violence is done by these natural protectors. Something is not adding up. One thing I'm realizing is that we've been told a lot of lies, literally almost everything that we've been taught is upside down. If you think about it, it's actually women that are the natural protectors and providers of this world. Your mother, she innately protects you with her own body and her own life as you're forming in her womb. When you're born, her body naturally provides for you. Furthermore, women, just by my observation and what I've seen, they're the first ones to offer protection and provision to the community and to the world. People that they don't even know, they're the first one to run to your rescue. They're the first one to try to break up fights. They're the first one to say, hey, do you have a need? Let me fulfill that. Women are all about community. And being about community means that you are truly the natural protector and provider because you birthed the community. So therefore, you care for what you birth. We've learned a lot of lies, and it's time to put things into proper view. Now, yes, there may be men who do provide, lead, and protect, but it's something that they establish through self-development, self-awareness, and self-discipline. Most men, no.
Now, those were pretty interesting perspectives. What do you think? Share your thoughts. Let's continue this conversation as always. Stay safe and be self-aware and subscribe to our next episode.